All right, guys, I want to talk about our Shield Maiden endurance test. The idea behind this test was to create a very comprehensive, long-duration endurance test. You can see the formats right here. It's going to be basically 1 round for time. We've got a 10K run, 100 kettlebell Curtis P's, and this is designed originally for our female athletes at 20 pounds. If guys were doing this test, they would do 35-pound kettlebells, 16 kilograms. A 10K row is setting all the way up on 10. And then 100 sandbag get-ups, ladies at 60 pounds and males would be at 100 pounds. The idea behind the design of this is that we wanted a multimodal endurance test. Traditionally, endurance tests are single mode, such as a marathon, ultra marathons, triathlons. And what can happen is the repetitive nature of those endurance assessments really require a long time to build up the connective tissue to actually handle all that stress because it's so repetitive over a long duration, 2 to 3 hours. We wanted to do something that was multimodal, more appropriate for the general athlete so they could actually take this test at any given time without accumulating too much stress or fatigue specific to joints and soft tissue. It's a combination of not only single modes, but also total body exercises. And the exercises we use, that Curtis P and that sandbag get up, you're never going to extremely fatigue one specific muscle group. So it's not like doing, let's say, 100 ring muscle ups or 200 or 300 squats back to back. It's very comprehensive in nature, so there's more of a cumulative fatigue versus a very specific fatigue where, say, the strength endurance of your chest or your legs may be holding you back from completion. The test requires not only endurance because of its duration. Like I said, a fast time would be in the low 2s, most times probably mid 2s, and slower times would be around 3 hours, but it also requires strength. Just moving these kettlebells, especially moving the sandbag, if you're a frail, delicate athlete with high endurance but no strength, those exercises will simply crush you. You have to have some type of strength to actually complete this test. We don't scale based on size or experience, right? This is a set loading based on gender and gender only. Although the test is long in duration, what you're going to notice is that individually speaking, you're not taxing one specific movement too much. Even on the Curtis P's, for example, it's only 100 lunges per side, 100 overhead presses. For a 2 to 3 hour endurance test, that's not an unreasonable volume. It's very reasonable when we start breaking it up in these different modalities and different exercises. And finally, not only is this test very physically demanding, it's also mentally very demanding. That last movement, the 100 sandbag get-ups, is probably the shortest duration as far as completion time. What's going to happen is you're already 2 hours into this test, and now you're going to pick up that 60 or 80 pound sandbag. That first rep is really going to mentally challenge you. You're already going to be fatigued, already going to be a little achy from the other movements, and then now you pick that bag up and recognize you need to do 100 more repetitions of the exercise before you actually complete it. So it's a very awesome, well-rounded test. I tested it out with some athletes the other day. Although you can do it for time, it's really not designed to be for time. It's kind of designed to be like a yes or no, like do you have the endurance and the grit to actually complete it?